Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. Brad Schick here. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. We don't have a tutorial. We're doing a little bit of maybe the future of the sport. So I'm here with Silas Backus, and we're going to learn a little bit about him, his rating, how old he is, and how do he get so good so fast. So stick around and let's learn about Silas. All right guys, as I said, Silas Backus, he is 15 years old, just turned 15 years old, and I've heard a lot about him over the last few months. People asking me, hey, have you heard about Silas? Have you seen Silas throw? So I thought today would be really cool to meet Silas, watch him throw some holes, and maybe hear a little bit of his background. So first off, freshly 15, how long have you been playing?
8 months.
8 months, in case you didn't hear that, guys. So 8 months he's been playing, and the thing that caught my eye most recently, and this is, you know, not fair to just go right to ratings, but at the Brent Hambrick Memorial, which was an A tier, what was your round rated here at Hoover?
1028.
1028 for somebody who's 15, who's been playing for 8 months. So I guess first off, you know, you've been playing 8 months. How did you get into it, and is this your home course here at Hoover?
Yeah.
Okay, and how'd you hear about disc golf?
Well, I just kind of moved in the area about a year ago, and we live right down the road from it, and we just picked up a beginner set and wanted to just throw around, and I was pretty decent at it, and just started picking up more discs over time and practicing every day. Okay,
so your dad got you playing, or
no,
just everyone?
I got him playing. You
got him playing. So do you have siblings that play?
Just kind of for fun, not really
competitive.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of toss around frisbee.
Okay. And are you doing any other sports in school? Because this, to me, for you to get this good this fast is rare, right? Like there's a lot of young kids that are getting good fast, but for you to be 15 years old and shooting 1028, and your rating is already at 930-ish, 931, 8 months. And you have some bad rounds that are going to drop off of there. So those bad rounds, once they drop, you're averaging pretty high. So what else are you doing? Are you doing other sports in school, or is it just disc golf?
I'm homeschooled, so I'm only out here playing. I dropped soccer about 5 months ago to only do this, and that's all I've really done. Okay,
wow. So no other sports, just disc golf. So tell me about, was it videos you watched? Like, how'd you learn? Because I know a lot of people who have played a long time that have never shot 1028, and they're not rated at 931. So what, like, why? You're not big. We're gonna stand up, and I mean, how much do you weigh?
Like 105.
105, soaking wet probably. So what are you doing? Like, how did you learn so fast?
Well, I originally started with only a forehand. I only ever just threw the forehand super overstable and just turned it over. So I really want to learn backhand, and I just took out all the fast speeds. I wasn't even getting 200 feet, and that made me kind of mad. So every day I went out to the field and just threw, kind of watched my form. I kind of watched Paul and all them throw, and how they get the power from the power pocket, and just started learning and getting that more and more down.
So you took out all the high speed, through what, like fairway drivers or mids, and just mastered that, and then you stepped up?
And I went to really understable, and that started turning rollers, and that's went a little more, and now I have that rip where I can throw nukes on pretty 10 over. So
again, if you can't, just to make sure you guys are hearing that, he took out the fast speed discs and learned to throw understable and fairways and things like that, and worked his way up to the fast. I think, you know, in all the lessons I've done, I would say that most people do exactly the opposite. They pick up the fastest thing possible because they think that's going to get them the distance. So when you guys see him throw, you're going to understand he's throwing 450, 500. I don't know, how far are you throwing? 400?
Flat ground, maybe 400, 410.
Okay, 400 feet plus, and then on a good throw, I mean, he's throwing further than that. So, okay, so couple of things. I was looking at your rating, and I just want to make sure I get this right. So 931, ratings are coming out in a couple of days, or maybe this week. I looking at the quick math, you're coming off of 2 big wins where you're shot well over your rating. Again, at the Hambrick, which was an A tier, you won by a lot of strokes. You're playing an intermediate sometimes as well, and you're winning those divisions as well. But you've only played in how many tournaments? Like 7 or 8?
Yeah, yesterday was my 7th.
7th tournament, and you've won 4 of them, I think I looked at.
Yeah, I think 4 or 5, yeah.
So when this rating comes out this week, I have a feeling you're going to jump maybe 10 points. Have you done the math?
No, but I know Brent Hamrick, my average was 988.
988 average at an A tier for somebody who's just turned 15. So again, I don't understand. So what's your practice routine? Like, what are you doing? Are you just playing every day? Are you playing wooded holes? Are you playing open holes? Like, is there any strategy to it?
Well, I try to come out here every day and try to shoot like at least 1 round, maybe 2, and then I'll go home and putt late at the night when it's cooler for around an hour, and that's my daily routine.
So play a round or 2 a day and putt for an hour. So I guess you don't have a job, so you can get away with that. So let's talk a little bit about what's in your bag and what you're throwing and what kind of your go-to is, and you know, learn about that a little bit.
My go-to driver is definitely the Nuke Page Pierce ESP Nuke, is more my Nuke. And then my fairways are either Undertakers. I don't carry a ton of fairways. I think just Undertaker, and sometimes I'll put a stalker in there. Okay. And then my straight to the little turnover are the Buzz, and then super turnover Buzz SS. And then I carry the Malta for overstable. And then putt and approach, I carry different plastics of the Luna.
So mostly Discraft?
Yep, everything.
Wow, nice, okay. So again, he's got a wide variety of discs and not a lot of molds, it sounds like, but different stability levels. So the Buzz SS, Buzz, Nuke, Stalker, you know, lots of different things. So with those, let me see, what else do I want to...
I did just recently add a disc I've never heard of, but I love it lately, the Flash.
Okay.
Older Flash.
Yep, they're old.
They're
old school.
I did that a lot yesterday.
So what's the biggest weakness in your game right now that you feel like you got to hone in on?
Probably consistency in the woods, hitting my first line, first gap, get through the first gap. It's very important for me because I think that's what carries me those bogeys, just missing that first gap by a few inches and just peering them and getting them through it and letting them just do the work after that. Okay,
what are we most excited about? What's saving you and probably picking up these big wins and these strokes?
Probably my distance and my putting. My putting's pretty decent lately. I've put a lot of work into it because it wasn't too great a few months ago. But my upshots are also decent. But overall.
So last but not least, what are the plans for the rest of the year? Are you planning on hitting some bigger tournaments? It sounds like your rating's going to push you out of intermediate already. In 8 months, you're probably going to be playing advanced. But what are some of your big goals this year, and what are your big goals, I guess, not just this year but in the future?
Well, I definitely want to try to hit like 950 rated round by the end of the year, which I'm probably going to happen. Definitely try to get some bigger tournaments in advance. Try to get some long holes in and see how I do in advance. I've never played with them. And so overall, try new tournaments with new people. Okay. All right. So are you going to play any open tournaments? Are you going to try your hand in that, or are you just going to stay advanced for a little bit? Well, I did recently sign up for the Brent Hamrick Memorial Open just to give it a shot and see how I do in it. I'm not expecting too big, but it'll be fun. Get to see some pros. That'll be awesome. So, all right, guys, so we're going to go out. We're going to throw some holes. If you're local to Ohio, you need to come check out this guy. He's legit, and I've watched him play, and his rating speaks for itself. So after 8 months, I'm curious to see what a year and 8 months looks like. I think it's going to be pretty exciting. So let's get at it. Let's watch him throw some holes, and thanks for watching, guys. That was a force. able. Perfect.
All right, guys, there you have it. So Silas Backus, look out for him in Ohio and throughout the Midwest. Thanks, Silas, for coming out.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it. Guys, check out the channel. If you're not already subscribed, please like and subscribe, share with your friends, and I look forward to seeing you guys out on the course. Thanks so much.
Thanks.